What's going on, everybody? Hope you're having a fantastic day whenever you're watching this. Today's video is all about steps. I want to go over basically my tips and tricks as well as how I personally get my 10,000 plus steps a day. The first tip is going to be start early. So we are basically just right out of bed. We have Maisie down here. Maisie, can you say hi? But we are on our morning walk. This is part of my morning routine. I basically wake up, brush my teeth, come outside and take Maisie for a walk. Then we'll go ahead and do our cold plunge as well. But first tip is get those steps in early. If you leave them all to the end of the day, it's gonna be a lot more difficult. Just like I tell all my clients with workouts as well, don't leave them until the end of the week. The weekends are always crazy. Try to get those done earlier in the week, just like you try to get your steps done earlier in the day. Hey puppy, you having a good morning walk? Good morning walk. And as far as the morning walk goes, it doesn't need to be anything super long. It does not need to be a 45-minute to an hour walk. My personal walk is up and down my neighborhood block. It takes about 15 minutes. And let's see, we are already at 2,625 steps. So between, once again, getting ready in the morning, maybe walking around my room, brushing my teeth, weighing myself in, stuff like that, walking out here, I mean, I'm already a quarter of the way there with a quick 15-minute walk around the neighborhood. So highly recommend getting a good start to the day. Also, beyond just the step count, getting out and moving in the morning is absolutely amazing. Get some sun on your face, reset your circadian rhythm, all that kind of good stuff. It is just an absolute cheat code to start your day, I swear. If you can get outside, get some movement in, get some sun in, highly recommend it. Even if that means you have to wake up maybe 20, 30 minutes earlier than you normally do. But next up, we have our cold plunge. And if you didn't think I was awake already, you sure as hell bet I'll be awake after doing one of those. But yeah, without further ado, let's get in. As always, head duck for funsies. Whew. Doesn't get any easier. And just like that, our morning routine is done and our final step count comes out to be 2,888 steps. Also, I am wearing the Fitbit Inspire 2. I actually just looked it up on Amazon. I think I got it for, yeah, it looks like 60 bucks on Amazon. It's actually probably one of my favorite smart watches or smart band type things I've owned. I've had an Apple Watch, I've had a Garmin, I've had a super cheap step counter, like $20. And this one's probably my favorite. It's not very smart in the sense that you can't like answer texts and stuff like the Apple Watch, but it's a fraction of the price. All I'm wearing it for is my step count, and it has like a 10-day life battery. So highly recommend it. I'll link it down in the description below in like my Amazon links to all my kitchen appliances, stuff like that, so you guys can see the exact one I wear. But yeah, 10-day lifespan. I even wear it to sleep to track my sleep. And the great thing is I don't get notifications on it. I actually specifically set up to not give me notifications because I don't want to, once again, have my wrist be blowing up. All I want to do is track my steps, track my sleep, and we're good to go. Now I'm going to go ahead and sit down, do some check-ins, and this is where I spend most of my day. I'm probably sitting down at my desk 8 to 10 hours a day between check-ins, emails, editing YouTube videos, all that kind of stuff. I basically have a glorified desk job. But one thing I do want to note is that to stay hydrated, because a lot of times when I used to work in the office or even when I work here, I'll get distracted and just sit at my desk without moving for a long period of time. But if I'm drinking a lot of water, I'll have to get up and use the restroom. And when I get to use the restroom, I used to always go to the restroom at the furthest bathroom at the office to make sure I get my steps in. But when I'm at home, I actually go ahead, pace the house a little bit, use the restroom, talk to Maisie, and then come back to my desk. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and sit down at the desk. The next thing we have on the agenda later today is gonna be going to the gym, where I get a little bit of steps pre and post workout. So I'll check in with you guys when we head to the gym. Alrighty, about 5 hours later, we've been sitting at my desk doing tons of work, which is great because I feel very productive, but now it's time to go to the gym. Personally, I like to kind of split my work days up into 2 different blocks. I have a morning block where I do the majority of the work. I'll go to the gym when it's a little less busy because I'm very fortunate and kind of make my own schedule. I'll come home and do a little bit more work after that workout. So once again, still typically an 8 to 9 hour work day, just I get to split up a little differently. But I will say we are now at 3,897 steps, which I think if I do math correctly, we got about 1,000 steps throughout that 5 hours just by simply, once again, drinking a ton of water. I think this is my third water that I went through. I got up, would use the restroom. When I got up, I'd make sure to walk around the house a little bit, say hey to Maisie, stuff like that. And I was able to get an additional 1,000 steps without even really thinking about it, just by simply going to the restroom, making sure I'm moving around, stuff like that. Now we'll go ahead, head to the gym. I'll give you guys some more tips when we're at the gym.
Alrighty, we have made it to the gym. As you can see, we are parked pretty far away, and that's for two reasons. One, I never have to worry about finding a parking spot way back here. I can always pull through. And two, parking far away from things like the gym, restaurants, any sort of shopping center, stuff like that, grocery store specifically, for me at least, is a great way to sneak in a little bit more steps. It's not gonna be super significant, but a couple hundred more steps, if you do that a couple times a day or a couple times a week, goes a long way adding to your 10,000 steps. Unfortunately, I'm on my small camera, and I thought I charged it, but it looks like we have low battery, so I might have to sneak some clips on my phone in the actual gym. But as far as steps go, I will always do about a 10-minute warm-up on the treadmill before I get my workout in. Not only does it help with steps, it also helps you increase your internal body temperature, as well as get your heart rate up, which will all be beneficial for your workout, help prevent injury, help warm you up, and basically just be a really good way to start off your workout. So highly recommend doing that. And I have a lot of clients that don't have access to a treadmill at home, which I fortunately do. So I always tell them, if it's raining outside, make it 15 minutes before, 15 minutes after, because you probably won't be getting a ton of steps later in the day. Luckily for me, it's a very, very nice day out, so I will be taking Maisie on a walk later. So I'm just do my basic 10-minute walk on the treadmill before my workout. And then also, once again, when you're in the gym, you're gonna be getting steps in regardless as you walk around from piece of equipment to piece of equipment. So throughout your workout, you'll get a few steps as well. All right, and real quick, another step count update. We are currently at 4,300 on the dot. So we'll go ahead, get this workout, 10-minute warm up, walk around as we hit this leg day, and we'll see what we come back to after the workout. Alrighty, just finished out the leg day. Let's see, I think we ended or started at 4,300 steps. Now we're at 7,509. So what is that? A little over 3,000 steps just from a 10-minute walk on the treadmill, doing our workout, walking around. I will say, I haven't been to crunch in a little bit, so I was walking around talking to some people as well. So it made my workout slightly longer. I got probably more steps than I normally do, but still, I mean, we're at 7,500. And once again, I know, my routine is different than yours, but I worked a full-time corporate job, 9 to 5, and I would make sure to get steps on my lunch break, and that was kind of like, once again, probably about 3,000 steps I could get during lunch, and then get another 3,000 later in the day. But I'm gonna head home now, need a post-workout meal. Also, absolutely loving the fact that I didn't have to film anything during this workout. A lot of times I'm going to the gym to film, make content, and sometimes it's so nice just put my headphones in, put my hat down, and just grind it out, get to work. So successful leg day, feeling really good. Yeah, now we're gonna head home, and then once again, I'm gonna basically have my post-workout meal, second block of work, and then I'll be getting the rest of my steps via a walk with Maisie, but I'll also drop a couple tips and tricks as far as what other methods you could use to get more steps in later in the day. But yeah, see you guys then. Alrighty, it is time to go for a walk, right, Maisie? You excited? Oh, she's sniffing back there. But we had our post-workout meal. We knocked out another block of work. We finished all of our check-ins for the day. I do still have some editing to do later. I'd much rather do some editing later tonight when it's dark out and take her while it's nice out. Because once again, this is like a 3 birds, 1 stone. I get to listen to a podcast. I get to spend time with my dog. I get to get my steps in. And if it was a little bit warmer out, I'd probably walk with my shirt on, get some sun as well. But the biggest thing as far as when I walk Maisie or when I want to get some steps in, I always remember a dog is a part of your life, but you are your dog's entire life. So whenever I feel like, oh, I don't want to take her for a walk, I'm busy, blah, blah, whatever, but I'm like, this is her one time a day she gets outside of like our yard. Like I need to take my dog on a walk for her to get out. So I absolutely love Maisie. Maisie, you excited? You excited? Well, she was really excited earlier, but always remember, your dog is a part of your life, but you are your entire dog's life. Spend some time with your dog, get outside. She is my cheat code to get 10,000 plus steps every single day. And we are currently at, let's see, we are at 8,374. So I'll only need about 2,000 steps to get 10,000 steps, which is the goal for most people. I'm personally at 12,000 steps on my bodybuilding prep. So we're gonna go ahead and get 12,000, and then that'll kind of complete my steps for the day. I do have one last tip for you guys, but let's go ahead and take this one for a walk. She seems pretty excited. You say, hey, Maisie? Say you want to go for a walk? Say, Jack, you're annoying. Let's go. All right, let's go take this one for a walk. You excited? Maisie, you go for a walk? Yeah? All right, let's go for a walk. Maisie, have a good walk? Alright, so just wrapped up our walk. We are officially, let's see, Yep, just past 12,000 steps, so a little over 12,000 steps. We're good for the day. Just a quick thing as far as a couple key points. I actually wrote them down on my little notes as I was walking, just because like this is actually kind of cool. I want to talk about it. So another big thing I always recommend is don't always feel like steps have to be done just walking. I think a big part of it is if you can incorporate steps in your daily life through other activities, that's probably going to be the best and most sustainable thing. So just on our walk here around these fields, there's ultimate frisbee going on, which is obviously going to be a lot of steps. You're going to be running around quite a bit. But I also had a list of other things that I've seen people participate in, or that I have myself, like softball leagues, kickball leagues, ultimate frisbee, pickleball, soccer, golf, any sort of rec league like that will be super beneficial. A great way to get your steps up. Personally, my favorite thing is golf. If I can play golf, my step count really goes like 17,000 just by playing golf, which is awesome. Also, a pretty cool thing, I saw all ages walking. I saw a couple pushing like a brand new baby. I saw an older couple who looked probably in their 70s or 80s just walking around. I saw a group of 3 friends that were just walking and talking. So highly recommend, kind of make it more of a social event too, just like the frisbee leagues are. Ultimate frisbee, sand volleyball, golf is social. If you are walking, you don't want to listen to a podcast, maybe call a friend or plan a walk with a friend or neighbor or something like that, where you can kind of do 2 birds, 1 stone. Or in this case, once again, I did take my shirt off, got some sun, 4 birds, 1 stone. And then today was a little bit unique because I did not really spend too much time on the treadmill. Obviously, it was really nice out, but in the winter time or when the weather's kind of crappy, I have access to a treadmill. I mean, they make walking pads nowadays for like, I think like $200, $250 for walking pads. They're like basically like mini treadmills you can put in your house. So highly recommend investing in one of those. It might be your greatest fat loss investment if you get a walking treadmill, maybe a stand-up desk, something like that at home, so you can once again watch TV and walk. That's another huge thing I recommend is habit pairing or habit stacking, whatever you want to call it, is when you need to get steps in, go ahead and take your phone with you and watch your favorite TV show, your favorite YouTuber, scroll through TikTok, Instagram, whatever it is. Pair something you don't really want to do, like maybe getting your steps in, with something you get to do, like scroll through social media, something like that. The biggest thing, I'll end it here, is make it a priority. If it's not a priority for you, you won't get it done, no matter what. It's simple as that. As far as eating healthy, working out, getting your steps in, make it a priority. If it's a priority, you'll schedule it and then you'll get things done. But yeah, my biggest recommendation, once again, get it in early and often. Make sure to do some walking before and after your workout. Find fun activities that you enjoy to get your steps in, like for me, taking Maisie for a walk and maybe listening to a podcast. And lastly, a walking pad or treadmill, habit pairing that with some social media, your favorite TV show, YouTube video, whatever that is. But yeah, I'll wrap things up here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. Otherwise, yeah, see you guys in the next one. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. See you guys next time. Maisie, can you say peace? Peace.